What's up, peeps? It is your girl Shanika. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about some tips that's going to help you have healthy locks. But before I go ahead and do that, I would advise you to subscribe to the channel, hit on the notification bell for all of my other videos, and also leave a like on this video once it has been informative to you. Alright, so let's get right into this. I jotted down a few tips here on my little notepad, and I'm just going to share that with you. So gosh, something went into my eye. For tip number one, do not retwist often, because that can definitely cause your locks to get weak, and it can cause it to kind of um what happens basically when you keep retwisting and you keep retwisting, what happens, your hair sort of pulls, and you find yourself losing a lot of your baby hairs or losing hair in front of your head. Then you end up missing a whole lot of hair. You end up having your hair starting right back here, and that looks really bad. It damages your hair. It takes away your edges, so you do not want that kind of thing happening to you, and you do not want your locks to be getting weak. So do less retwisting. If you retwist every 3 months and you put it in a protective style, then go ahead and leave it like that and let it grow. Make sure that you always keep it moist, you spray it and so on. But if you're the kind of person who likes, putting your hair in a lot of different hairstyles, then you have to be very careful. Ensure that you do not put it in any hairstyle that's going to cause it to feel tight and that's going to cause it to pull a lot. For me, what I would suggest you guys do to keep your locks healthy, strong, and to make it have the best quality is palm rolling it. I know based on your hair quality, when you're starting off with your locks, there's no way you can just palm roll it, because your hair would just keep unraveling and so on. And some of us start with our hair really short, and that's okay. But if you have to start in the beginning by interlocking it, that's fine. But when it starts getting enough length, the best thing I would advise you to do is palm roll your hair, because interlocking, basically, it is a good method, but it is not the best method. Palm rolling is much better. You get all of your hair going to one direction. And just in case you're thinking about combing out your hair, palm rolling, because you're just rolling your hair around and it's literally just tangling with each other, you would lose less hair. And I'm not advising you to go ahead and take your hair off, but palm rolling is definitely the better method. You just leave it in there, and it's quicker, it's easier, it's faster. You just have to know how to do it. If you're the type of person who you're not lazy, but you can't take tight things in your hair like me, that's the reason why I am dealing with locks, is because I really, number one, I don't leave braids and weave in my head for long, because I am guilty for not tying down my hair all the time. Tying my hair or putting something over it to protect it all the time. And when I used to wear weaves and braids and so on, that used to get rumpled within a week, because I love scratching my hair and so on. And locks is just perfect for me. I can wear it rumpled, nobody knows. I can rock my style with my hair rumpled, and it looks perfect. So that's the reason why I love locks, and I just want to stay to the natural side. For you, if you realize that you palm roll, you're interlocking your hair and you're not getting the best quality, or you're afraid that it's going to thin out, what you can do is just let it free shape, and just leave it and let it grow. Because I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to just twist it, go ahead and do that. But if you want to leave it, let it free form, free shape, that's just fine. I mean, you are all natural, and that's no problem. You're going to get the best quality out of your hair. But what I would suggest for everyone, palm rolling your hair is the way to go. If you have really silky hair, or really coarse hair like my hair, falsy hair, whatever hair, beautiful hair, all hair is beautiful, you may want to start off by either braiding your hair and just leaving it, let it lock itself, maybe twisting it, maybe trying to start a lock, or even interlocking it, depending on the type of hair you have. After you've reached the stage where your hair can grow long enough to put it in a protective style and leave it for a few weeks, then you can go ahead and switch to palm rolling. Let your hair flow. So number three, keep it moisturized at all times. Use natural things like shea butter, vitamin E. Use a lot of vitamin E and so on. And also coconut oil. Aloe vera is very, very good as well. You can use that to wash your hair, and the cactus, you can use it to wash your hair as well. Me, I do not use any stuff like soap or anything. I would just go under the shower, wash my hair with water from the pipe, and then I would just let it air dry, and then I would just add some coconut oil or something like that onto it. Every single day I would always moisturize my hair and brush around the edges. That way I'm just making sure that every part of my hair, not just the in the middle, I am making sure that all around is also growing. So I always make sure that I brush it, and I would always give it a little palm roll to see what's going on, to make sure that the edges are at least growing, that they're just not crazy and baby hairs, because too much baby hair is no hair at all. Number four, always sleep with a head tie. And I did tell you that I'm guilty of not wearing one, but recently I started always wearing it because this is a lot of locks, and my husband used to complain. He says, sometimes he used to say, babe, your hair is biting me, it's scratching me. So I'm tying it down now every night. Even if I forget, then I would get up during the night and tie it down. So tying it down really helps with it prevents your hair from damaging, from getting weak, because when you just have your hair all about the place, if you're sleeping with someone on the same bed with you, that your hair can get tangled onto their hands, all under their body, and when you get up and you try to pull that, what's going on there, you can actually lose parts of your hair. You can damage your skull, and a lot of things can happen. Friction, you don't want that to happen. You don't want to wake up with looking good with a lot of locks in your hair, and then when you wake up you have a big bald spot, like, babe, where did my hair go? Did you shave me last night? No, you don't want that to happen. So make sure that you get a comfortable head tie, you put that on your head, and you free up your locks in the middle of the night. Make sure that it is moisturized, and make sure that it is safe from tugging, pulling, and scalp irritating. Number five, wash it often. Depending on your hair texture and so on, depending on the job you do, I know sometimes it's very difficult to wash your hair as often but I would always suggest that you wash your hair often. It really would help your hair to stay healthy, to grow better. It would be more moisturized. It gets enough air to breathe and everything. Me, what I do, I personally wash my hair once a week, and that works for me. For some persons that may be too often, but for me, I try to wash my hair once every week, and I leave it, let it dry in the sun. I never use like heat or blow dryers in my hair or anything like that. I would wash it every week, once a week, and add my little coconut oil in it, shea butter, whatever it is, mostly coconut oil, or little aloe vera supplements or sprays, and then I would just leave it, let it soak out, let all the water come off, because the sun is really hot down here. So my hair is always feeling sweaty, itchy, and those kind of stuff. So I always have to wash it as often as, and I do not want to go around people with smelly dreads, smelly rasta, for they say, oh Lord Jesus Christ, there's a smelly rasta, don't let she come close to you. Hell no. I'm gonna look and smell as beautiful as I am. So that's the reason why I would suggest that you guys wash your hair as often as possible. Don't overdo it, because if you have long hair, remember, locks takes a while to dry, so you want to make sure that you do not catch the cold. If ever, make sure that you have a lot of vitamin C available, so that in case you catch the cold, you can fight it off quickly. But be sure that you wash your hair as often as you can. Number six, always check your locks individually every week, to check to see if there's anything that's thinning, to check to see if everything is okay with it, what's going on with your hair. Because sometimes when you're always styling your locks, and you're so busy, you never really realize that this lock is weak. And sometimes when you when you're not checking, you wake up in the morning and you realize you have 4 or 5 locks inside of your head tie, and you don't want that. So you want to make sure that you're always checking your hair on a weekly basis, checking each part of it to make sure that even though there's a weak area, you can sew that up, or you can get some hair and wrap around it to make sure that it looks great, it stays firm, and it stays strong and healthy. And the final tip I have for you all, what we really have to do is drink a lot of water, eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, and eat as healthy as we can. That's the only way and the best way that we can get the hair that we really deserves and desires. So for all of the Rastafarians out there, all of the persons with dreadlocks, all of the persons with Rasta hair, Bob Marley, Fox locks, it doesn't matter, we're all part of the family. I just want to make sure that you guys take proper care of your hair and yourself. Coming from a person, a lover of locks, just sharing my ideas with you guys. So take it or leave it. So guys, thank you so much once again for listening to my tips. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more ideas, and hit on the notification bell for all of my other videos, because I will be posting very often. And also leave a like on this video once it was informative to you. Please share this video so that all of the information can be given to persons who has locks, so that we can save some dreads from coming off. Alright, see you next time. Love you. Bye bye.
Hey, 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 wah, 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 wah. Well, what you gonna do? Yeah, you can dress, but you still ain't cute. When I turn, my chain go jiggling. A lot of hoes wanna set my digger lane. I got a new outfit and I stay with a tick. Parmesan house ranch, I'm ready to dress. Real street nigga, can't do wrong. A unpaid ticket in a Groupon. Fuck your baby mama, got no choice. Put a car seat in my Rolls Royce. Some of these hoes got no choice. Meat in the throat, that's no voice. I'm rich, I'm lit. A bitch gon' suck this dick. I'm